everybody, and welcome back to the Wattpad Book Club. I'm your host, Phoenix, and today I got my lovely co-host over here, my good old friend, Miss Joline.
Oh, Miss.
Miss.
Okay, upgrades, I see.
Yeah, upgrades, people, upgrades.
Okay.
No, I think it works.
I mean, maybe, sure. Maybe it'll stick.
What was the one thing you said? Where it was like, fuck, I can't remember what the context was, but you said, like, I tend to attract men that have mommy issues.
Oh, no!
So, I think this works.
Oh, God.
So, if you have mommy issues, make sure to send your application to Joline.
What?
No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
Could you imagine, like, you just make an application, you leave it in the description.
Yeah.
A week, I don't even see it, I don't pay attention to it. A month from now, you send me the application.
Yeah, a year goes by and there's a video going through the application process. That would be a crazy ass thing to do.
That would be wild.
Yeah. But anyway, that's a love story for another time. We're gonna talk about a different love story between Luigi and Bowser. Not there yet though. They're still like acquaintances, but like we're gonna get there eventually. Hopefully. Maybe?
It's a very slow burn.
Yeah, I'm like, this thing's taking it's like when you read like a romance book that's in a fantasy world and they spend like half the book building the world.
Oh yeah.
And then you finally get introduced to like the male love interest and whatnot. And you're like, like finally he's here, and then you look and you're like, I have 400 pages to go through. Oh, fuck. This is a slow burner that I wasn't expecting. But we're here. What did we remember from last time? Oh, wait, I remember. I remember one thing, and I remember it, like, fucking me up. Not in a good way. And why? Because I just wasn't expecting it, of Luigi being trans. I was not expecting that, but I welcome it. I think I remember you just going, like, keep reading. As I'm like, wait.
Keep going,
Yeah.
It gets good.
I was like, wait a second. You're like, just shut the fuck up, just read.
Just read, because I want to get to the good part.
That could sum up Wattpad Book Club right there.
Arguably, but yeah.
That could sum up Wattpad Book Club as a whole. Just shut the fuck up and keep reading.
Let me get to the part I really want.
Yeah. Alright. Let's determine who reads first. I got a beautiful coin. Do you want to be heads or tails?
Tails.
Alright. It's tails.
Yes! I'm so good at this.
You're like, move, bitch, and you're ready to, like, read about your husband, Bowser.
Not my husband, Bowser. Luigi's husband, Bowser.
His side piece.
I'm the side piece.
Well, you just said he's Luigi's husband. Whatever.
I'm not a part of it.
Alright.
Impending threat. Once the brothers were ready, they said their goodbyes and entered a painting in the great gallery. After a short jump, they landed in the middle of an open temple lit by torches. Luigi looked around, astounded by the structure. The brothers looked around in awe at the lush greenery and exotic animals surrounding them. The thick canopy overhead obscured much of the sunlight, providing ample shade from the bright sun. The air was hot and humid, causing a film of sweat to rise on his skin and clothes. Thank the stars Luigi wore breathable attire. It would take high humidity over the Arctic temperatures any day. About time you two showed up. Luigi yelped at the sudden sound of a voice. Mario looked up and then rolled his eyes. God damn it, not.
Oh my god, is this Seth Rogen?
Yes, it is Seth Rogen. A large gorilla fell from the pillars above, shaking up the temple. Luigi hid behind his brother, lip quivering with fear, and Mario stood there with his arms crossed across his chest. The ape Knuckle walked towards them, a mischievous smirk on his face. The green twin looked over at his brother's shoulder to look at him, immediately raising an eyebrow with a stylish red tie around Tom's neck that seemed to go rather well with his brown fur. Not only that, he had 2 silver piercings on each of his eyebrows, and Mario's eye twitched. Luigi, meet Donkey Kong. Chief Cranky's son. DK playfully shoved Mario, although the force nearly knocked him down. Ah, so the superior brother is finally here, he said. Wait, Donkey Kong? The same one you fought on your way to rescue me? Asked Luigi. DK threw his head back in laughter, seemingly amused by the memories. Luigi's eyes widened in disbelief as he stared at Donkey Kong and connected the dots. But Kong was nothing like he expected. He pictured him as sterner. Instead, he was jovial and playful, a huge contrast to his threatening personality, which, honestly, made things easier. Luigi could handle being around scary-looking but actually good people.
Oh my god, that's basically Bowser!
Oh my god, that's crazy!
I'm making connections. It all is connected.
The ape snorted and ran to hand through his spiked fur, gesturing for the brothers to follow. Luigi turned to his brother, who looked like he was done with DK's presence. The younger twin muffled a laugh at his brother's expression. As they followed Kong through the dense jungle, Luigi couldn't help but feel a sense of relief. If DK was like this, maybe things weren't so bad in Kong Country. Luigi glanced over to his brother Mario, who seemed to be growing impatient with DK's playful antics. Mario became prepared to deal with a crisis, but the ape's demeanor was throwing him off. Nevertheless, he kept his composure and followed along. The trio ventured deeper into the jungle, their footsteps muffled by the thick foliage beneath them. DK swung from tree to tree effortlessly, occasionally stopping to perform acrobatic tricks that left Luigi in awe. It was hard to believe that such a massive creature could move with such grace and agility. After several hours of trekking through the dense jungle, they stumbled downhill and entered a beaten path. Luigi had noticed the tracks on the ground and raised an eyebrow at them. They almost looked like tire marks? He exchanged a curious gaze with Mario, who shrugged his shoulders in response. As they followed the winding path, the dense foliage gradually gave way to a shocking sight. A massive gate made of gold and wood stood before them, covered in intricate carving. The gate towered over Luigi and Mario, grandeur contrasting with the wildness of the jungle that surrounded it. The carvings depicted mythical creatures, ancient symbols, and scenes from untold legends. It was a sight that neither of them had ever seen before. Intrigued by the gate's magnificence, Luigi cautiously approached it, running his fingers along the intricate carvings. The wood felt smooth and warm to the touch, as if it had some ancient power within it. Mario joined him, his eyes widening in awe as he took in every detail. Y'all done manhandling the gate?
I'm sorry. I wish
Honestly,
there's so many jokes I could make.
No, Sam. Tell your little joke.
The first one I was gonna say was, "Damn, I wish someone manhandled my gate."
Yo, what?
I'm sorry.
Jeez. You good?
Yeah, of course. Why not?
Both brothers turned to side-eye him. The Kong gave them yet another smug smirk before moving him aside and pushing open the gate. The gold sections immediately responding to his touch, glowing with a brighter sheen. Before them lay a protected lagoon, bathed in golden sunlight that filtered through the towering canopy above. In the distance, a crystal-clear waterfall cascaded down into a tranquil pool, surrounded by vibrant flowers and exotic plants. The air was filled with the sweet fragrance of blossoms, creating an enchanting atmosphere that captivated their senses. Huts were littered across the land, even built along the mountainside. Kongs and other primate beings walked across the wooden bridges, sporting all manner of clothing and metallic piercings. Spherical buildings hung from the massive trees above. As the travelers ventured further into this mystical land, they couldn't help but marvel at the harmonious coexistence between nature and civilization.
Damn. I always thought about living in a treehouse when I was a kid.
Real? Did you watch those shows where they build tree houses?
Yeah, they build these massive fucking tree houses with bridges and shit.
I loved those.
Alright, new mission, Joline. We live in a bunch of tree houses with bridges connecting each one of them.
God, I'll have a tree, and then you'll have a tree, and then we'll hang out on the bridge.
Oh my god, we can have a tree in the middle where we meet up and read smut. I mean, hang out.
I mean, oh my god, crazy.
This is called the Smut Hut.
That I feel like you've thought about this before.
What? Nah, I mean, no. Anyway.
That
Came to me in a dream.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Crafted from woven bamboo and adorned with colorful tapestry, blended seamlessly with the lush surroundings. Each dwelling seemed to have its own unique charm, reflecting the creativity and resourcefulness of its inhabitants. The wooden bridges that connected the huts were masterpieces in and of themselves, intricately carved symbols of ancient wisdom. They stood as testament to the deep respect these beings held for their environment. However, that was only the area that was salvaged. As the group approached a massive stone building at the town center, they could see smoldering patches of land. Piles of debris were still being cleared away. The sight of the smoldering patches and piles of debris sent a shiver down their spine. It was a stark reminder of the devastation that had befallen this once thriving town. The group exchanged worried glances, their hearts heavy with the weight because of the events that transpired. As Luigi looked at the damage, a pit formed in his stomach. He could still see it, the destruction caused by somebody who was in so much pain. It was as if the chaos before him mirrored the turmoil within that person's soul. The shattered stone, the broken furniture, and the scattered belongings were all physical manifestations of their inner anguish. A wave of empathy washed over Luigi as he pondered what could have driven someone to unleash such devastation. He couldn't help but wonder about the depth of their suffering, the weight of their burdens that led them to this point. Had it been a cry for help, or perhaps an expression of anger and frustration? Whatever was plaguing Bowser that caused such an eruption of rage, he hoped he could help soothe his woes.
Yeah, Luigi, you can sure help soothe his woes in more than one way. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Oh. I don't know what's got into me today.
Jeez. He turned his attention back to the present as he approached the large building. 2 guards looked up, then gave them room. DK didn't do much to acknowledge them, simply huffed at them before going inside with the brothers following closely behind. As they stepped into the building, a wave of anticipation washed over them. The air was thick with tension, and the sound of hushed conversations echoed through the corridors. DK led the way, his broad shoulders towering above the rest, exuding an aura of authority. Inside, the walls were adorned with ancient artifacts and intricate mosaics that whispered tales with a rich history. Scent of aged parchment and incense lingered in the air, adding to the mystique that surrounded them. It was as if time itself had stood still within these sacred walls. Within these sacred halls, DK navigated through the labyrinth corridors effortlessly, his footsteps echoing with purpose. The brothers struggled to keep up with his brisk pace, but managed to stay close behind him. He opened another heavy wooden door and walked into a throne room with no walls, just gold pillars supporting the room. In the center of this majestic chamber stood a magnificent throne, adorned with precious gemstones and draped in rich velvet. It emanated an aura of power and authority that demanded respect. DK's gaze shifted to the figure seated upon it, an elderly Kong in red robes. Donkey Kong approached him, then grunted. "Sup, Dad?" "Ah, Donkey Kong, my boy," Cranky Kong said, his voice filled with fatigue. "You arrived with the heroes. Peach wasn't lying when they beat her quickly." He ran a hand. No, wait, it's actually his foot, through his long beard, flying heavily as his tired eyes scanned the room. The situation was taking a toll on him, but he still possessed a sharp wit and keen sense of observation. As he watched Mario and Luigi enter the room, he couldn't help but feel a mix of relief and concern. Cranky grabbed a cane from the side of his throne, then stood up. "So," he began, "as I know you've been told, somebody's been messing with our food hoard. If we don't catch them soon, we'll have famine on our hands," he said. DK moved to the foot of the throne, then faced the brothers. We also have a massive eel in our reef, which keeps attacking supply boats from the neighboring kingdoms. Whoa, He sure switched his tone quickly, thought Luigi. He couldn't help but feel a mix of surprise and admiration for the primate's sudden change in demeanor. Now DK was presenting himself as the future leader of Kong Country and was not a goofball from earlier. Was it because he was in the presence of his father, or was he simply trying to keep him calm? Probably the former. He glanced at his brother, but a steely look on his face. Has this ever happened before? The eel is a new thing, Cranky replied. We don't know how the thing got in here, but it certainly made itself at home. DK scratched his chin. Yeah, from the few glances he got of it, the eel was hiding in a sunken ship at the bottom of the lagoon. Mario and Luigi tensed slightly. They had no diving experience, let alone dealing with a seemingly giant eel. Cranky leaned forward and slowly got up. The best we could do now was let the eel come out to the surface and then spear it, but I'll let Mario and DK worry about that. Why? Mario whined. DK made a choking sound, struggling to hold back his laughter. Luigi looked past his brother's reaction, focusing more on the fact that he was left out of his sentences. He pointed to himself. What about me? He asked. You're the one that managed to tame the Koopa King, the chief replied. Keep him focused on fixing the village. While he's busy, keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Maybe with the army here, thieves will slip up. You said the eel thing was new. Does that mean the food theft isn't? Luigi asked. Both Kongs froze and exchanged worried glances, their expressions mirroring the concerns that suddenly settled in the air. The chief sighed heavily before responding to Luigi's question. No. Unfortunately, the food theft has happened before, the chief admitted with a hint of frustration in his voice. Like now, it started small, just a few missing items here and there, but it'll eventually escalate to a point where we are struggling to feed my people. Mario crossed his arms. So are we dealing with the same culprit? Donkey Kong clenched his fist, his muscular arms tensing as he struggled to contain his anger. They were defeated and ran out of the island a decade ago, he said. Plus, this doesn't fit the remote at all. So no, we're not dealing with the same culprit. More like copycats. Judging by the stern tone and lack of specific details, it was clear that they wanted to drop this conversation. Thankfully, Mario realized this and did not ask any further questions. Neither did Luigi. There was a beat of silence, and then suddenly a large shadow interrupted the sunlight and disappeared as quickly as it came. Chief Cranky let out another weary sigh as he got off his throne and walked out of the throne room, muttering under his breath. DK's expression slackened. Alright, you heard my dad, he said. Me and Shortstack here are gonna deal with that eel. Luigi, go deal with the king. The man in green nodded. Meanwhile, Mario looked like he wanted to go anywhere but with DK. Luigi fought back any laughter. His brother must still be embarrassed about their battle. That, or it was simply the fact that he found the Kong to be aggravating. He kind of reminded Luigi of a former boss they had in Brooklyn. Either way, Luigi was glad he didn't have to deal with that, and he was going to see more familiar faces.
Yeah, like your husband.
My brain's like, oh my god, a Bowluigi engagement ring.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it'd just be like gold with some little reds and greens in there. Oh my god.
Oh. So cute.
Do you want that?
I just explained it. Do I want what?
Did you want a ring like that?
I'd like an emerald ring.
Ooh, okay.
So technically, kind of.
Alright.
Oh my god, are you gonna give me a ring?
Yeah, Bowser coded a ring.
Wild. Black smoke curled out of his nostrils. To say Bowser was fuming was an understatement. He really tried a level head. He really did. But when Toadstool got the brilliant idea of turning the ship like that, all attempts to stay calm went out the window, and his anger only exacerbated when he looked at the damage. They lost a few barrels, which could have served as storage, and it took Bowser what felt like an eternity to coax the crew out from below deck to get ready for landing. Where the hell they are. The only upside is that no one got seriously hurt or fell overboard, which was a goddamn blessing. The king did one last round around the airship before settling against the railing. They were heading toward an island with a lagoon. Honestly, Bowser didn't care. He just wanted to be on solid ground and figure out what was going on before something else went wrong. As the king gazed out the vast expanse of the lagoon, his mind was filled with a whirlwind of thoughts. The events of the past few days had been nothing short of chaotic, and Bowser couldn't help but feel a sense of unease creeping up within him. A few hours later, the airships landed on the lagoon's sandy shores. Trying to shake off the nerves, the troops began securing the ship. Meanwhile, Bowser leaped down from the railing, not bothering the gangway. His advisor silently appeared beside him. The Koopa King growled, "God fucking damn it, Kamek. Where the fuck are we?" Kamek scanned his surroundings, then rolled up his sleeves. "I know for a fact that we are in Kong country," he replied. Bowser exhaled the smoke building in the back of his throat. He didn't have any say in where they went, but a heads up would have been greatly appreciated. Now he needs to come up with new construction plans and inform the troops. Plus, this is the one kingdom he really did not want to be in. Just being here made his scales bristle. "Do you hear that?" The king looked down, about to ask his advisor what he was talking about when he also heard it. The distant sound of engines. Trees started rustling in the distance, and Bowser heard a rousing growl, knowing that those were most likely Kong's carts. At least, they're less aggravating to talk to, he thought. Plus, Luigi will be here. Making things less miserable was the last thought lifted his spirits a bit.
Aww.
He loved him!
Just marry each other already.
Oh no. Cookie edit only chapter 18 of like 40 something.
Give me a beer.
52.
Bowluigi, haven't heard that fanfic in ages. Heard it's still going.
Okay, it's okay. Do we just need like 20 more?
Oh my god.
20 more? Lord knows. In a dramatic fashion, a large truck cut through the tree line. Bowser scoffed at the usual showboating. However, this expression quickly changed when he noticed a green human on the passenger side, who looked absolutely terrified over the primate's driving. The cart braked suddenly in front of them, sending sand flying. Bowser sighed and brushed off his plastron. Kamek hissed under his breath as he cleaned his robes. Luigi quickly climbed out of the cart. The man practically leaped out of it, and then awkwardly smiled at him. Bowser's face twitched. He wanted to return the gesture, but his current mood stopped him. The king held onto his arms and said "hey" in a rather stiff voice. Luigi nervously fiddled with his gloves. "Everything go okay during the trip?" Bowser's eye twitched. "Oh, everything was going fantastic, before her benevolent pinkness decided to nearly roll the airship." Flames slipped out of his lips. He threw his hands up and began pacing. "She turned the ship so suddenly that my troops nearly fell overboard. I know it's not your fault, but what the fuck is going on? A heads up would have been nice." Annoyance and a hit of anger flashed across Luigi's eyes. For a small moment, Bowser thought it was directed at him, but that wasn't the case. Luigi crossed his arms. "I said the exact same thing, but no one listened," he replied through gritted teeth. "I'm sorry about all of that. Is everyone okay?" Kamek spoke up. "Thankfully, everyone is fine and accounted for." "Just a bit shaken up and confused," Bowser outed. Luigi sighed in relief. "Again, I'm truly sorry about that. When I can, I'll tell Peach to be mindful next time," he replied. "I'll come up with a way to communicate, so I can give you a warning." Bowser snorted smoke. It was kind of nice that Luigi was on his side with this. "Alright, Luigi." I can, in my brain, like, Bowser's, like, in Bowser's head, he's, like, tucking his hair behind his ear.
Oh my god.
Just, like, Bowser, like, okay.
Oh my god, he's on my side?
Exactly. I know what you're doing, and it's exactly that. It's exactly that.
I'm glad you see me.
I do see you. Duh, I'm at the door. Turn around.
See me. Choose me.
Love me.
Love me.
Bowser grumbled, his voice laced with a hint of reluctant appreciation. "I appreciate the offer. A warning would be helpful, I suppose." Luigi nodded eagerly, relieved to have calmed him down. Bowser took a moment to collect himself, his fiery temper slowly subsiding. Part of him still wanted to give Peach a piece of his mind, accompanied by a proper display of anger, but He couldn't deny that having Luigi by his side in this chaotic situation was a soothing surprise. After all, it wasn't every day that someone willingly offered their assistance to the King of Koopas. As he did so, Kamek took over the conversation. What was the cause for such a dramatic change in course, he asked. Things took a turn here. Someone's been stealing food from the Kongs and been eel invading their waters. Luigi responded. Princess Peach deployed us here and redirected your ship as a result. Bowser shrugged. There's no point in fighting it. We'll help in any way we can, he grumbled. And with that out of the way, they moved forward. They all had more pressing matters to attend to. Several days had passed, yet there's been little improvement. The army has been diligently working to clear away the charged debris, making way for the construction of new huts and bridges. However, the enigma surrounding the food theft remains unsolved. Despite their offers to rebuild and restore order, the mystery surrounding the food theft continued to perplex everyone. Each day, as the sun rose over the war-torn village, a sense of unease settled on its inhabitants. The pilfered provisions were vital for their survival, even more so with the Darklands army present. However, they had not seen any suspicious activity or increase in theft. In fact, it seemingly stayed the same. Small supplies here and there would disappear. The change was that the theft was redirected towards the Koopas. It's almost like the thieves had a personal grudge towards them. Tools were taken and food was stolen from the airship. They even took items like Idaden's helmet and other personal belongings straight out of the airship. This was upsetting and concerning, considering these thieves had made their way onto the army's only safe space. The king was torn between having enough security on the ships and workers rebuilding Kong Country, causing the tension to go further. The Super Brothers were just as stomped as he was. Luigi was practically running around like a headless chicken, trying to find a pattern to the theft and track down the culprit. Mario and DK were having an uphill battle with the eel, struggling to find a way to dispatch it. Every time they tried to spear it, the eel would either avoid it or absolutely destroy their boat and go back under. It was all just chaos. And that was the dark intention, with everyone so busy focusing on feeding everyone and having enough guards that they couldn't notice the ground's ever so slight rumble. No one noticed that anything was amiss, until they heard the distant sound of chains clinking and deep barking.
Barking?
Barking.
You know what I just thought of when they were like, when Bowser's like, he has like unease with Kong Country and whatnot? Is that like, I don't know the lore of anything with what they Donkey Kong or anything like that, but I think there's like these crocodile guys, and there's this guy called like King, what's his name? I can't remember, but there's like the king of the crocodiles and whatnot, so maybe in the lore of this book, Bowser is from Kong Country, and when they said that some like the original thieves were driven off the island, maybe it was the crocodiles, and they made their home in the Badlands. Theory. I can't remember what his name is. He's a character in Smash.
Vector?
Did you say Vector?
There's a character called Vector the Crocodile.
Is it
Vector? Or
King
K. Rool.
That's it, thank you.
King K. Rool?
Yeah, King K. Rool.
Ooh. Interesting.
I remember playing as him in Super Mario Sluggers, because his bat was like this big fucking gem that he would just like hit the ball with.
God.
That's my only experience with these characters. So I played Super Mario Sluggers on the Wii. Oh, so Barking Menace. That's what people call me when I see Vox. I'm Barking Menace. I'm so fucking funny. Damn me up for that
hilarious. One. Yeah. Something.
Alright, now that Joline has gone through that amazing performance of reading, now it's time for everything to go downhill in the last 30 minutes of this episode.
I'm so sorry.
It's all good. The Koopa King stood by the railing, observing the tree line as the trail of smoke escaped his nostrils. A sense of unease had plagued him since their arrival. Being in Kong Country had awakened an anxiety he believed he had overcome, a sentiment he struggled to suppress. You're worried, Miss. Bowser turned around with a huff. Kamek approached with a frown. You finished setting up the patrols around the ship, he said. Was everything taken? Was anything else taken? The king asked. A crate of rations, some tools. The abrupt and agitated roar interrupted his response. Bowser swiftly dropped his binoculars and hastened towards the source of the commotion, dashing across the gangplank and into the improvised camp. Junior, positioned near a cluster of nets, fixed his gaze on a distant spot. Oh, fuck. A dent? A dent? Is that it? A dent? Is that how you pronounce the guy's name?
Oh, what? Edison.
Edison. Thank you. Edison, standing steadfastly by his side, narrowed his eyes in concentration. Both individuals
You got it? No.
pivoted?
No, yeah, otherwise.
Pivoted?
Yep.
Thank you. Pivoted in unison upon hearing the sound of Bowser's approaching footsteps. Or, in the case of the general, sensing the vibrations. Bowser picked up the prince. What's going on? He asked. Without uttering a word, his son gestured upwards. The adults obediently followed his tiny finger, only to be met with wide eyes as they beheld the ominous sight of a bio-wing smoke. Did I say it right?
Billowing.
Billowing smoke.
Billowing, like pillow.
Billowing. Hell yeah, I learned a new word today. Bowser emanated a low growl and swiftly handed Junior off to Kamek, instructing him to evacuate the camp and establish a protective barrier around the airships. Meanwhile, Bowser and Edison embarked towards the village, their footsteps resounding urgently. Oh fuck, what the fuck is it? Cacophony? That's not it.
Cacophony?
Thank you. Cacophony? How the fuck do I not know how to say that? The cacophony of deep barking and anguished screams reached their ears, intensifying their sense of purpose. I want to know, because I don't know the lore of anything with Donkey Kong. I wonder what's making these barking sounds anyway. Luigi didn't notice the rumbling until it got very close. All he knew is that the leaves started shaking and rocks bounced slightly around his feet. The Italian was confused at the sight. I need that screenshot. The Italian was confused.
The Italian was confused.
Assuming it was just one of the Kong carts driving by, but then the noise grew louder, this time accompanied by unsettling barking. All around him, citizens and Koopa's soldiers stopped what they were doing. Luigi noticed the trees were violently shaking. Then they were falling, as if something massive was crushing them. Then everything just went downhill. A massive beat burst through the trees. Its body was fuck, I could do this. Don't it's on the tip of my tongue. God damn it. Spherical. Yay! Okay. Spherical. And metallic, darker than the nighttime. Bright red eyes stared coldly at the frightened crowd. The beast barked and snapped its jaws, then leaped forward and crushed a hut into nothingness. Its massive teeth glistened in the sunlight, sharp and fuck. Glinting?
Yeah,
glinting like shards of steel. With every lash of its heavy iron chains, panic spread through the narrow streets, terrorizing young and old hearts alike. Luigi snapped out of his stumper. Yes. It is stumper. Stupor. God damn it. Stupor, and took off running. Gotcha. Buildings crumpled under its relentless assault. Wood splintering, stone shattering beneath the fuck.
You got it. I believe in you.
Do you though?
I got it.
Yes! Insatiable power. The monster knocked over scaffolding. Some managed to jump or fly away, while others were not so lucky and became trapped. The colossal creature's enraged barks echoed through the village, drowning out the feeble cries for help. Citizens around him fled as the Monster. Monstory. Fuck.
You got it?
Monstory. Fuck. It's. Monstory?
No, wait. No, you're getting it. Monster. You go mon, and then you pronounce the next 4 letters as one part.
Monstrosity? God damn it. It's monstrosity. God damn. Joline, how are we friends? You got like a college reading level, and I'm still in fucking 3rd grade.
Look, I cannot read. Trust me.
Can you? You did amazing, though.
I did my best.
Yeah. Monstrosity rolled further into the village. Luigi followed a panic-stricken crowd towards the center stone building. Guards ushered everyone inside, shouting at them to quickly file in. Luigi managed to push his way towards one of them. "What the hell is that?" he asked, lip quivering. The con guard tensed his shoulder. "Oh, it's a chain chomp." Oopsies.
I was hoping you were gonna before.
My bad. Well, I was picturing like this was like a dog still, so I just...
No, because you know chain chomp bark.
Yeah, you go bark, bark, bark. I just played Super Mario 64. I should know this. I'm not
We
like
played
this.
Mario Kart.
Yeah,
and we did all the Peach Circuit one.
Well, even in my expertise, I'm a failure.
Oh, no, don't say that.
That's okay. A chain chomp, he replied. Though I never seen one that big. That's a chain chomp? The human leg shook as he watched the chain chomp bite down the hut, crushing the wood into dust with his reticular fangs. Luigi's fear grew exponentially as he witnessed the chain chomp effortlessly demolish everything in his path. He could barely believe what he was seeing, his mind struggling to comprehend the sheer magnitude of danger before him. As the chain chomp finished obliterating the hut, he let out a menacing growl, its sharp teeth glistening with remnants of wood. The ground trembled beneath its weight as it darted its attention towards them. The guard swung into action, leaping over the crowd and slamming his fist against the ground as a distraction. The chain chomp's eyes turned to the ape, chain links clicking behind it. With a snarl, it rolled towards the guard, narrowly avoiding crushing several civilians. The guard knew it had to act quickly and protect the innocent bystanders who were now fleeing in a panic. Summoning every ounce of strength and agility, he swiftly maneuvered himself out of the harm's way, narrowly dodging the chain chomp's relentless pursuit. Another Kong came to his aid and shoved his shoulder against the rolling chomp, sending it crashing against a tree. Citizens who were climbing up jumped to an adjacent tree to avoid the force. It whimpered, then growled in annoyance as it slowly righted itself up. Luigi grind his teeth. He had no idea how to help. The chain chomp was huge, and all of his powers were back in his lodge. He should, at the very least, have brought a red mushroom with him. As Luigi glanced around, he noticed a group of innocent bystanders huddled together, their faces filled with fear and confusion. Luigi's heart sank as he realized the danger that surrounded him. He couldn't bear the thought of innocent lives being harmed because of his lack of preparedness. Determination! Sorry, Undertale reference.
We love that. We love determination.
Despite everything, it's still you. Determination surged through him, pushing aside his fear and self-doubt. Without wasting another moment, Luigi sprinted towards the group of frightened bystanders. "This way, quickly!" he shouted, positioning himself between them and the ongoing battle. His voice trembled with a mix of anxiety and bravery. The onlookers did not hesitate to follow his instructions. Luigi went into autopilot, evacuating buildings and other structures. More guards assisted him, pulling people out of any rubble and guiding the fleeing group towards a cave network nearby. From a few comments he heard, the caverns were served as emergency shelters before. As they reached the safety of this cave network, Luigi's mind raced with thoughts of what had led to this chaotic scene. He couldn't even tell if it was an attack or if this was just a wild animal encounter. He clutched his chest, feeling the weight of an invisible burden pressing down around him. The pain was suffocating, consuming every inch of his being. Each breath felt like shards of glass scraping against his lungs, leaving him gasping for air. All of his thoughts were muddled with fear. He tried to reach out for help, but words failed him. How could he explain this overwhelming sense of dread, especially at a time like this when people were fearing for their lives? As he struggled to catch his breath, a wave of frustration washed over him. Why did it have to happen now? Luigi had been through quite a few scares already. How come this triggered his anxiety? Oh my god, not a fucking panic attack! Wait a minute! Wait a minute! How come things don't fucking click with me? Am I okay?
No, you're good.
Dude, I will say though.
It makes it more impactful later on.
Yeah, I will say though, I read those last 5 paragraphs perfectly. I was on a roll.
That's because you're getting into it.
I was like knowing every word. Suddenly, the familiar smell of lavender hit him, and the sense of comfort followed soon. A distant voice spoke, further grounding him to reality. Luigi closed his eyes, allowing the soothing scent of lavender to envelop him. It was a fragrance it always seemed to find its way into his life during moments of distress, offering a gentle reminder that he was not alone. As he inhaled deeply, he felt a glimmer of hope amongst the chaos. As Luigi listened intently, trying to discern what was being said or to whom the voice belonged, he realized that the voice was familiar, and its distant and muffled nature made it difficult to identify. Straining his ears, Luigi focused on each word, hoping it would catch a clue of who that would unravel the mystery. The voice seemed to fill with urgency, as if someone was desperately trying to reach out to him. Hello? Luigi, breathe! With every passing moment, his words became clearer, forming coherent sentences that resonated deeply with Luigi's soul. It was a voice he had longed to hear again. His brother. He's not dead.
I mean, he's not there, though.
Yeah. Fuck, how do you pronounce Italian?
Fratellino.
Fratellino. Can you hear me? Luigi nodded weakly. What can you hear, Luigi? Luigi vaguely recalled what he responded. But he could hear distant sounds of wood crumbling, blending with the chaotic symphony of people shouting and carts passing by. It was a cacophony.
No.
Cacophony. Cacophony?
You're close enough.
Alright, cacophony that seemed to echo through his muddled mind, making it difficult for him to focus on any one sound. As he strained to listen more intently, Luigi's senses began to sharpen. He could now distinguish the hurried footsteps of passerbys, their feet shuffling against stone. The rhythmic thumping of his heartbeat became more pronounced. Oh my god, I know Mario's not there. Does that mean, like, I want to guess right now, is Bowser gonna come in here and, like, swoop him and be like, what the fuck are you doing just standing here in the middle of a fucking battlefield? What are you doing? Please tell me.
I don't know.
I hope, I pray. You're doing great for- oh fuck, how do you pronounce it again? Fertito?
Fratello, yeah.
Yeah. What can you smell? It smells like lavender, smoke, and water. Strangely, he found the scent of smoke comforting, at least for a moment. Almost as if it reminded him of someone. Yeah, like Bowser.
Bowser smelling like lavender.
Well, I meant smoke.
Oh,
It's
my
like
bad. I was still thinking about the lavender.
I love it. I love that lavender keeps brought up, and I can't have lavender in the home anymore.
No, that's so valid because I don't even like the smell of lavender.
Yeah. Fuck, I lost my oh yeah. Almost like it reminded him of someone. It helped bring him back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Mario asked him to move 3 parts of his body, and Luigi complied. He moved his finger, wrinkled his nose, and shifted his leg. He could finally breathe properly. Luigi looked around, and now fully capable of seeing a detail. The man could see his brother's blue eyes and his iconic red cap. DK stood by his side, looking almost as concerned as Mario. Luigi gulped in a few breaths and slowly sat up. Shit, he was there this entire time? My bad. Another Kong approached them. She had blonde hair and hazel-colored eyes. Oh my god, wait a minute. Oh, is this Dixie Kong?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Her red was reddish brown? Oh, hair. Oh, wait. I don't know what that means.
That's what they meant. That's what they meant.
But her hair was clearly dyed blonde. Oh, her roots. Got it. She seemed to be wearing one of those neon-fitted leotards, kind of like one of those cheesy 80s movies, along with white leggings, and wrist warmers. Is he conscious? She asked. Mario nodded. He's got his breathing back to normal, he responded. The blonde Kong nodded. I'm terribly sorry about that, honey. I should have noticed the signs, she said. It's okay, Miss... Luigi's trailed off, realizing he hasn't seen this Kong before. Candy. One of the villagers' healers. Oh my god, I remember Candy. From the Super Mario Sluggers! I love her.
Mario Sluggers.
I love the game so much. DK bumped against her shoulder. And my awesome girlfriend. Candy laughed and pushed DK away. Luigi couldn't help but smile at the playful banter between Candy and DK. It was clear that they had shared a strong bond, and their lightheartedness brought a sense of warmth to the situation. DK cleared his throat. Anyway, you're gonna have to stay with her while Short Stack and I deal with the rampant chomp, he said. Luigi tried to stand up. I want to help, he said. Mario put a hand on his shoulder and gently pushed him down. He kneeled to meet his eyes. DK has a point, Luigi. You're very shaken up about this. Stay here with Candy. She could use your help, delegating the injured so Candy and the others can treat them. The roar echoed through the cave. The trio moved to the exit of the cave. Luigi scrambled to his feet and followed as best he could. Damn. Not wanting to listen.
He wants to see his man. I'm kidding.
Thank you to my man. Bowser and Edith burst from the jungle, staring at the chain chomp with extreme concern. They watched as the Kongs and some of their own tried to wrangle it into submission, using their carts to push it away. Half the Kong Country's guards seemed to have arrived. Some were decked out in armor, while others rode with large carts, trying to push the barking menace away from the village. Luigi pushed his way through the others. Bowser, what are you doing here? He explained. Here to save your asses. The others looked at each other with confusion. Luigi looked down at
No, you're getting it?
Pensively?
Yep.
Okay, I never heard that before. What does it mean?
I wish I could give you a definition, but
Cool.
My brain is melted.
Then mentally slapped himself. Bowser had pet chain chomps. Given his experience and strength, he would know the best way to subdue one of these. The human opened his mouth to speak when suddenly Donkey Kong rushed at Bowser, essentially tackling him and pinning him down against the ground. This is not the fanfiction I wanted. Edith took a step forward. But Mario immediately stopped them. Luigi tense. Oh, wait, stop! DK, press his shell to the ground. The spikes will keep him down, said Mario. Damn, that's kinda fucked up. The Kong gave one last push before quickly letting go to avoid the swipe from Bowser's claws. Mario reached into his pocket and handed the red mushroom to Luigi. Here, keep these two out of your way, he said quickly and then ran off. Donkey Kong bounded after him. As they left, Edith rushed to Bowser and grabbed his hand, trying to lift him off the ground. Luigi approached, but Candy grabbed his arm. Right now, we have bigger fish to fry than those two, she said. Luigi grabbed her arm. Grabbed her hand. No, wait, you don't understand. I play these games. Sorry. He knows chain chomps. He has a few and knows how to handle them. He wants to help us. Candy pressed her lips together with uncertainty. She looked at Edith, who was still struggling to get Bowser back to his feet, and then back to Luigi. Her skepticism was evident as she considered his words. You can't be serious, she said, her voice filled with doubt. I know it sounds crazy, Luigi admitted, his voice filled with urgency, but we're running out of options here. Bowser's the only one here who really knows how to get the chain chomp under control before it kills someone. Candy's eyes darted between Luigi and Bowser, her mind racing with conflicting thoughts. On one hand, she couldn't deny that Bowser's knowledge of chain chomps could be a valuable asset to their fight against it. On the other hand, trusting their nemesis seemed like a dangerous gamble. Candy looked at Mario and Donkey Kong, along with the other members of the guard, fighting to wrangle the chain chomp. Then she turned to Luigi, silently pleading with her. Candy sighed and leaned on her knuckles. Get him up. Luigi looked at her in disbelief, then popped the mushroom into his mouth and rushed to Edeton's aid. He ran to Bowser's side and leaned his weight against him. Edeton secured his grip on his arm and pulled, flapping his wings furiously. With their combined efforts, they managed to get Bowser off the ground. By shoving his weight to the side, Bowser successfully succeeded in rolling onto his stomach. He quickly rose to his feet and cracked his knuckles. Thanks. Luigi leaned over his knees, trying to gather his breath. You think you can handle a chomp like that? He asked. Bowser snorted smoke. I'm gonna need some room, he said. You and Edeton have them clear them. Oh no, this one is not going anywhere, suddenly said Candy. She grabbed Luigi by the arm. Bowser growled and bared his teeth at her actions. Candy glared at him. She dragged the human behind her. Luigi is in no condition to join you in this fight, and I am not listening to whatever argument or threat you're about to try and throw at me. Bowser dropped the intimidation display and looked at Luigi with concern. Oh my god, he's concerned about him? Oh my god. Like, sorry. You could see that Luigi was indeed in bad shape, his face pale and sweat dripping down his forehead. Bowser's growl softened into a worried rumble as he took a step close. Oh my god. Step forward towards Candy and Luigi. Fine, he replied, and then turned to Edeton. Go grab those idiots. Get those idiots out of my way. Edeton saluted and then flew off. They approached a disorientated pair of hammer. Okay, and quickly signed to them, nodding in understanding. The two ran off, gathering any able-bodied soldier and bringing them before Edeton. Slowly but surely, order began to take hold. His every gesture resonated with authority and purpose, weaving together a tapestry of direction amidst chaos. The soldiers gathered in a formation, their arms by their sides and their eyes on the Koopa General. Giving Luigi one last look, Bowser walked towards the small platoon and shouted orders. Oh my god, he's so concerned over his boyfriend. Future boyfriend. He doesn't know yet. The soldiers snapped to attention, their disciplined stance reflecting the newfound order that had developed them. Bowser's booming voice echoed across the battlefield, cutting through the lingering chaos like a sword through the air. Soldiers of the Koopa Troop, today we fight our greatest challenge yet, he said. I don't have the exact details, but we don't have time to waste. Gather the injured and evacuate the citizens. Lead the chain chomp to me. As Bowser spoke, his commanding presence seemed to infuse each soldier with renewed... What? Vigor? Vigor. It just felt wrong to say it like that, I'm sorry. They stood tall, their eyes fixated on their leader, ready to carry out his every command. With a swift motion of his claw hand, the Koopa King signaled for the soldiers to advance. As one cohesive unit, they marched forward with unwavering precision. Fuck. I corrected it, and it's okay. Bowser turned around, showing no fear before the ferocity of the, what does that fucking say? Gargantuan? Hell. I'm so fucking smart. Gargantuan chain chomp. With fury, determination! Fury, determination burning within him. Bowser darted towards his adversary, bellowing a dignified roar that rattled bones. The chain chomp turned around quickly, its chains lashing wildly and narrowly missing some guards. The king egged.
Are you fucking...
My bad. The chain chomp on, roaring and slamming its tail against the ground. The metallic dog did not take this well and rolled towards him. Bowser, undeterred by the chain chomp's aggressive response, braced himself for the impending collision. As the metallic dog rolled closer, Bowser swiftly sidestepped its path, narrowly avoiding being crushed under its weight. As a... Oh, fuck. Dragonic Koopa gathered his breath. He didn't notice Mario rushing from behind. Is that just a bastard in Italian?
Yeah.
Bastard! What the fuck are you doing? Bowser rolled his eyes and coughed a fireball into the air. The red-capped Italian leaped towards him, a fist raised in an attack. However, before he can even come close, a blue bird knocked into him. With that taken care of, the Koopa cracked his neck and returned his attention to the beast before him. With a cunning smirk spread across his face, Bowser seized this opportunity to strike down his exceeding massive claws and lunged forward, aiming to grab hold of the chain chomp's chains. His sharp claws clamped down on the links of the resounding clang, causing sparks to fly. Sparks fly. It's like electricity. I might die. The chain chomp let out a...
Wait! Are you just referencing the Miranda Cosgrove song?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my god! That's crazy. I haven't heard that one in a while.
Yeah. I see it sometimes on TikTok. Like, it'll show up with, like, different memes and shit.
Oh my god, send me these.
I'll see if I can find them. It's just like me putting my wrapped burrito in the microwave full of, like, oh fuck, what is it, like, the metal shit that you're not supposed to, like, aluminum foil.
Oh my god.
The chain chomp let out a furious growl, thrashing and snapping its razor-sharp teeth in an attempt to break free of Bowser's grip. But the King of Koopas held firm and planted its feet. It thrashed against his grip and growled, pulling in one direction. One direction? I'm sorry. Bowser raised his hand and started pulling it closer. The chain chomp's growls grew louder and more desperate as Bowser exerted his strength, inching it closer to him. Come on, girl, stop being stubborn. Arf, arf. Bowser grind his teeth, yanking the chain. The chain chomp yelped and continued thrashing with the reinvigorated? Fuck yeah.
Reinvigorated?
Reinvigorated fury. It pulled in another direction, slowly dragging Bowser with it. The mighty king growled in frustration, yanking on the chain, this time with more force. The spherical beast barked and then rolled over. The Koopa King dropped the chain and fell to his knees, panting. He watched as the chain chomp mauled open and closed as it was too tired to regain its breath. Bowser slowly stood up and then walked towards it, gently rubbing his hand against it. The chain chomp did not react. Bowser gently started pushing it back and forth, almost like rocking a baby to sleep. Slowly, but surely, the menace was lumped to sleep. Bowser patted her side. Good girl. Yo!
What do you mean, yo?
That's what the next line is. It just says yo.
Oh.
Yeah, see? I'm not making this up. Bowser looked over his shoulder and noticed a giant crowd around him. The Kongs and other primates stared at him with bewilderment and respect. He furrowed his brow, fighting back a growl in his throat. DK stood in front of them, eyes wide. Did you just make it go to sleep? He explained. I love Seth Rogen DK, that's awesome. Bowser shrugged. Wasn't that hard. All that running around tuckered her out, he replied. Plus, she got puppies, so she can't cause even more damage. She couldn't cause more damage, even if she wanted to. He pressed his ear against the chain chomp's side and heard the distant sound of metal rattling. Sort of like marbles rolling around. Bowser nodded. She got 5 puppies. Which explains her size. What? But that's not important right now. Bowser shamelessly cut off DK. The Koopa King moved away from the chain chomp and looked up. Seeing that Edaton and Mario were still fighting midair, he coughed another fireball, startling several Kong soldiers. Edaton noticed the signal and just dropped Mario, who landed with an oof. Bowser stepped forward. Someone scared her. Donkey Kong raised an eyebrow. What makes you think that? Bowser pointed his thumb back at the sleeping giant. Expecting chain chomps to stay put until their pups are born. They don't leave their burrows unless something makes them. Whispers broke through the crowd. Mario stood up and tapped his nose, checking his hand for blood. He grimaced and approached the king. Bowser now stood face to face with Donkey Kong, who stared back with the same intensity. The king crossed his arms. I know exactly who did this, and it's that motherfucking King K. Rool! Oh my god, I fucking called it! I called it! Oh my god, oh my god, and there he is! I called it! Dude, I feel like a genius.
You are.
Dude, I was like, dude, the way that they're phrasing this, I think the Kongs have beef with these crocodile motherfuckers. Oh, they're so fucking smart. They're probably the ones stealing the fucking food, too. Tell me I'm right.
Oh, I wonder why.
You guys can't see.
Why would they do this?
I got out of my chair and everything and, like, started, like, doing poses like, oh my god.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh my god. Jolene was right. I've never been right about anything in my entire life. I'm so glad that Super Mario Sluggers helped me figure out that. I'm like, how do you feel about this?
Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean?
I fucking love this so much.
It's great. It's great.
I feel like every time we read this, I end up saying the word determination.
It does. You know what? It does.
Yeah.
It does end up on you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's all over, but the joke is on you. Anyway, this book is a 10 out of 10 because I called the twist. I don't even need to read the rest of the chapter. I know it's a 10 out of 10.
No. We're not even at the main thing.
We're not even at halfway point.
Exactly. You're gonna miss so much good and crazy stuff.
Charlene, be honest with me. How much have you read?
I thought I already told you. I went to 46 and then I stopped.
Yeah. How many is out now?
Like 55
okay.
or something.
Damn. You're reading IO3, aren't you?
Huh?
You're reading it on IO3, aren't you?
I was, actually.
Yeah, see? You're like, yeah, I'm not reading a fucking Wattpad, motherfucker.
As much as I like, yeah, I just often read on AO3.
Yeah. No,
I understand why Wattpad's, like, good. Because, A, you can flip it to whatever thing you want. B, you could change your, font. You could also do it so it auto-scrolls, which is something I'm obsessed with.
Yeah, see? There's good things.
There are good things. I used Wattpad back in the day.
Yeah, no, I will say though, I know it would never happen in a million years, but if AO3 was an app on my phone, I would probably use it a lot more than Wattpad. I think it's just like, because I don't know why, it's just an offset that I have to open up my browser and log in every, like, time and like, have
why don't you read it on your phone?
Shit. I don't know, I'm stupid. Look at me, Jolene. Look at me.
I can't even see you.
Nah.
I'm behind the curtain.
We don't even have curtains in this room.
I know.
Are you in my closet?
Oh. That explains why it's so dark in here.
Yeah. I'm surprised you got in there. There's like a fucking pile of plushies.
Yeah. I'm pretty comfortable, not gonna lie.
Yeah, also that marshmallow axolotl that we got, I decided to name him Scoliosis. I hope you like it.
Scoliosis?
Yeah, because it was white. I was like, well, I was gonna name it like Cum or something like that, but I was thinking like Scoliosis was a lot better.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah. Anyway, wheel time!
Woo! Woo!
Alright, we got plenty of options, even though it's probably gonna land on the same two we've been landing on.
Careful there.
I'm thirsty.
I'm sure you are thirsty.
You gotta be fucking kidding me, dog.
Come on! Yes!
Dude, what's the point of having other options on this wheel?
You know, it'd be like that. You just
At this point, it's just like, what is it gonna be this week? Bowluigi or Law?
no wait, it's flip one. Okay, we'll do another spin just for fun.
Okay. I watch it land on fucking Bowluigi again.
That'll be crazy. Wait, hold on.
It just fucking lands
See,
on the fucking Zoro one.
Has that one even released any?
I haven't seen any updates. Watch it
Yeah,
be
me
like...
either.
Okay, that's good. I was like, watch it be like they blocked me.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time, but... That would be like a crazy thing that they blocked me and then just kept updating the Zoro one after I was like glazing them. In a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot this person fucking... I was looking through my notification, like, let me see the last time they updated, and I scrolled past, and I just saw a shit ton of just one person that just uploaded everything.
Oh my god.
So there was like 30 notifications from one user.
Oh my god.
A little overwhelming. Yeah, I can't even remember when they last updated. I'm gonna be completely honest. I do have this book saved, right? I should.
Hold on. Their last update was last August.
Are they okay?
I hope so.
Damn, August?
Well, it is early. Wait, hold on. Let me check if there's a pattern within their upload.
Yeah, is there a pattern?
But oh my god, did I close Wattpad? Oh no, I didn't.
That'd be really
like,
funny
what?
if you did close Wattpad.
I was gonna be like, maybe they just upload when like there's no like school or something. Maybe they're doing college or like high school or something. But no, some of their uploads are like October, November, December,
Damn.
March, and then
We'll never know.
crazy. We'll never know.
Should we
Crazy.
just read the rest of the Zoro one, or?
No, Bowluigi.
Alright, Bowluigi, alright.
The second spin was just for fun.
Should we just remove this?
The Sword and Shield?
Yeah, because it hasn't been updating. But just put it back after it updates.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have it saved, so I'll be the first one to know. Alright.
Crazy. One less option.
Yeah. Now let's spin. Let's see what happens, Bowluigi.
Could you imagine? That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
Oh my fucking god, I hate this wheel so fucking much.
This wheel loves me.
Yeah.
The wheel has chosen happy, and I have such good luck. It's not even on my choice either.
Yeah, I love that, like, I feel like with these wheels, you just took all the luck from, like Sage's wheel.
From
and just, like, you're like, yep, this is mine. Thank you.
Like, we don't even get sold to a gang leader anymore, and I look forward to next time we read that one, because it's so damn, I hate it.
We put a
I
new
hate it,
option
but
on here, and
anyway.
we still haven't got it. Same with Sanji. We read, like, 3 chapters of Sanji, and then abandoned him. The poor
Bye?
man. The poor man. My husband.
Onyx reader.
A non-X reader.
Yeah.
Well, we had fucking Shanks and Mihawk, and then that one was, crazy. Zosan. Gotta be a good
You want to do
Zosan.
Zosan?
You know what? Zosan it is.
I mean, I guess, yeah. Just put everyone in Zoro and just put it on the wheel.
Yeah, fucking Law X Luffy, Sanji X Law. I'll read that.
Zoro, Luffy. I think there's a Sanji X Law that I saw floating around.
Oh, do tell.
North. I don't know.
That sounds like really good and whatnot, especially since like what happens in what is it? The island's on the tip of my tongue.
Whole Cake?
No, it's after Whole Cake where they go to like
Wano?
Yeah, Wano. Thank you.
Zone? Oh.
Yeah, Wano.
Yeah, my bad. My brain's like.
I love how you knew that before I did, and I'm further into One Piece than you.
Oh, I just read so much fic that I know all the lore.
I would find it funny that you only gather it based off of like fan fiction to the point that like you probably watch some One Piece stuff and you'll be like, wait a minute.
Oh yeah, this is the part where this and the other happens.
Yeah, you're like, wait a minute, something's missing here. Like, it's just a little bit inaccurate. You're like, what the fuck? What is this guy doing here? Who is this?
Oh, what's his name?
Bon Clay?
No. You think they'd forget Bon Clay? I feel like that is disrespectful in and of itself.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
That's crazy. I can't believe you think they'd forget Bon Clay.
Well, I'm just saying, you know. I'm just spitting. Not facts, but I'm spitting.
Oh, what's that frickin'... That guy's name?
Describe.
Lit Sanji cigarette. Died.
Oh. Ace?
Wrong. Another one.
I can't remember that guy. I think he's from Alabasta, right?
No. I'm talking about the one... It's further in.
Oh, Whole Cake? I don't know.
Tried to save Sanji. Died trying. In the nice suit. Also smokes.
That could be anyone.
Longish hair. He's like a... What's it called? The people who are like... Have like animal characteristics and stuff.
Oh, like Animal Devil Fruits?
Pedro!
Not Pedro.
There we go. Pedro.
Pedro,
I've seen some Sanji pictures.
Oh, on that note of every One Piece spoiler in
Every
one episode, someone pressed on like a
there's
Bowluigi.
more, you know, you can...
Ace dies. Zoro's
Ace
evil.
dies.
Shanks is fucking Robin.
Oh
my god, did you know that Shanks has a named attack that happens? It happens soon. It was in the manga. I don't know. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Did you know that Shanks is a brother? Did you know that like Oda just released a chapter that has a mirror and everyone's like deciphering it? It spoils the entirety of One Piece in a Bowluigi episode.
That's terrible.
No one is safe.
If someone gets spoiled from this, if you get spoiled from this, I'm so sorry.
I think I did spoil Elle by accident by saying that Ace dies. Dude, I just said it like on stream and everything is like, he's like, Phoenix, I haven't finished it. I'm like,
okay.
I'm like, okay.
I knew that,
like,
and before we started.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Anyway, on that note.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Joline, for joining me. Thank you so much for being here.
It's such a pleasure, especially for the beautiful pick.
Yeah, we got to talk about DK, Donkey Kong. But yeah, thanks for joining. Check out the links in the description if you're interested in the book or any of the other shit that I have on there. Twitter's really cool. I post a lot of Vox things. And then look at the screen for the playlists and also the last Wattpad book club that was posted. So check all that shit out. Pretty please. Ooh woo. Put some numbers together. Seductively. Or pleading. Don't worry about it. But anyway, my name is Phoenix. That was Joline. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Bye!